Why it sucks to be Rey. You come into the galaxy already hunted. There are no cheers, no crowds, no celebration. Your parents are running. Your father, Dathan, is a strand-cast clone of Emperor Palpatine who refused to become a vessel for his master's spirit. Your mother, Miramir, hides with him on the quiet green world of Hypercarn. For a brief moment, they have peace. They have you. You are safe. You are loved. Peace, however, cannot hold forever. The Emperor's assassin, Ochi of Bestoon, is sent to find you. Your parents know they cannot stay ahead of him for long. They make a desperate choice. They take you to Jakku, a desert planet no one would think to search. They place you in the hands of Unkar Plutt, a junk boss who trades food for salvage, and they beg him to keep you hidden. They promise to return. You are too young to understand, but you watch their ship rise into the sky and disappear. High above Jakku, Ochi catches them. Your parents refuse to reveal you. They are killed and buried in a nameless grave. You never learn this truth. All you know is that no one ever comes back. Jakku becomes your whole world, a wasteland of sand and silence, littered with the wreckage of a war fought before you were born. Fallen star destroyers tower above the dunes, their broken frames marking the graves of an empire. You live inside the hollow belly of a toppled AT-AT walker, scratching tallies into the wall to count the days. The marks climb higher and higher until they cover the metal. Each morning you set out on your speeder, braving the heat of the twin suns. You crawl through the bones of warships, pulling wires, engines, and metal plates from starship corpses. At the end of each day, you hand them over to Plutt for a few small portions of dried food. Some days you eat, some days you go hungry. You learn to fight with your quarterstaff to keep other scavengers away from what little you have. You learn to fix everything you own with spare parts. You build your own speeder from scrap and teach yourself to fly using the computer core of an old Y-wing bomber. At night you stare at the stars, imagining ships that might be bringing your parents back. You never leave Jakku because a part of you still believes they will return. One day fate finally finds you. A little droid named BB-8 rolls into your life, chased by scavengers. You save him and offer him shelter. The next morning the First Order arrives, searching for the droid, and suddenly you are being hunted again. You meet Finn, a stormtrooper who fled instead of killing, and together you run. When every other ship is destroyed, you sprint towards the only one left, a freighter you always called garbage. You leap into the cockpit and grab the controls. The moment you take off, everything changes. You fly like you have been waiting your whole life for this. You skim over the sand, dive through the wreckage of star destroyers, roll and spin through narrow gaps until the last TIE fighter explodes behind you. For the first time, Jakku is nothing but a distant world in the void. Freedom takes you to a war you never chose. You meet Han Solo, the man you once thought was only a legend. He offers you a place on his crew. He gives you your first blaster. For a short time, you feel like you might belong somewhere. Then you are called by something greater. Maz Kanata shows you a lightsaber, Anakin's, Luke's, and when you touch it, visions tear through your mind. You see Luke beside a burning temple. You see Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren cutting down students. You see yourself as a child, screaming on Jakku as a ship leaves you behind. You drop the saber and run into the forest. Kylo Ren finds you and captures you. He takes you to Starkiller Base and tries to break into your mind. You push back, feel his fear, and escape on your own. Later in the snowy forest, the lightsaber that called to you flies into your hand. The duel is brutal, fought under a collapsing sky, and you defeat Kylo, leaving him scarred in the snow. You take the Falcon and go searching for the one person who can answer the questions that have haunted you since childhood. On a remote ocean world, you climb ancient steps and find him, Luke Skywalker, the last Jedi standing on a cliff. This is Ahch-To, the first Jedi temple, a place of silence and stone. You hold out his father's lightsaber, but he throws it aside and turns it away. He has cut himself off from the Force. He wants the Jedi to end. You refuse to give up. Each day you train on your own, practicing with the saber, reaching out to the Force. Slowly, Luke agrees to teach you 3 lessons. He shows you that the Force is not just power, it is life, death, and balance. He teaches you why the Jedi failed. You learn quickly, but you cannot ignore the strange bond that keeps pulling you toward Kylo Ren. You believe you can save him. You leave Ahsoka and turn yourself over to Kylo, allowing him to take you to Supreme Leader Snoke. The throne room glows red as Snoke orders Kylo to kill you, yet Kylo turns his blade on his master instead. Together you fight the Praetorian guards until the room is silent, and for a moment it feels like you have brought him back to the light. Kylo asks you to rule the galaxy with him. You refuse. You escape and return to the Resistance. Not long after, Luke gives his life by projecting himself across the galaxy to face Kylo Ren, giving the Resistance time to survive. As you watch him fade into the Force, you become the last Jedi. Then the galaxy hears a voice it has not heard in decades. Emperor Palpatine speaks again. He has returned, hidden on a dark world called Exegol, and his final order threatens to take the galaxy once more. You learn the truth. You are not just anyone. You are Rey Palpatine, granddaughter of the Dark Lord of the Sith. The revelation feels like a curse. Every fear you have ever had comes rushing back, that you were abandoned because of what you are, that you are destined to become the very thing you hate. You train harder than ever under Leia, hoping to bury your darkness beneath discipline, but your anger only grows. On the wreckage of the second Death Star, you face Kylo Ren again. The duel is fierce, the sea raging around you. Leia reaches out through the Force one final time, and you strike him down. As he lies dying, you feel his pain and regret. You use the Force to heal him, saving his life. Leia passes away, and when Kylo rises, he is no longer Kylo Ren. He is Ben Solo once more. You travel to Exegol, the hidden world of the Sith. The sky is black. The air tastes of ash. Lightning splits the sky as you step into the massive throne room where the Emperor awaits. Ancient and terrible, surrounded by chanting cultists. He tempts you, strike him down. Take his throne. Let him live through you. Ben arrives and stands at your side. Together you fight, but Palpatine is too powerful. He drains your strength, hurls Ben into the abyss, and declares himself eternal. You fall. Then the voices of every Jedi who ever lived speak to you. Luke, Leia, Obi-Wan, Yoda. They tell you to rise. You ignite both Skywalker sabers and cross them against the storm. You turn Palpatine's own power back on him until his reign ends forever. The temple collapses. The final order dies, and you fall with them. When your eyes open, Ben is there. He smiles softly, gives you the last of his life to bring you back, and fades into the Force. Sometime later you travel to Tatooine, to the Lars homestead, where Luke once dreamed of leaving his own lonely life. You bury Luke and Leia's lightsabers in the sand. You ignite your own golden blade and watch the twin suns rise. When a stranger asks you who you are, you finally speak the words you have earned. Rey Skywalker. And that's why it sucks to be you.